Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker, accompanied by dignitaries from the nearby moon of Pantora.
Not to be confused with...
Up ahead was Pandora. You grew up hearing about it.
Wait, hold on a minute. Is this the same listening post asset as the one in Rookies? Looks suspiciously close to me.
And this is the planet's tropical zone.
It's not Tatooine, that's for sure.
This is just supposed to be one of Daddy Wan's quick little puns, right? Because if I barely remember science correctly, I don't think this counts. Also, neither is Tatooine. That would be subtropical, right? Shit, what are they teaching these damn Jedi anymore?
Have your men survey the area. Place as many sensor beacons as you can before dark.
Right away, sir.
It's a nice touch to have the voice actors actually yelling, which helps sell you on this windy-ass blizzard vibe this whole planet has going on. Also, Rex. Look at our boy in his little snow outfit with his ears painted on still. Yeah, the clones look a lot like snowtroopers from Empire Strikes Back, but they look even more like Ralph McQuarrie's concept art from the movie, only with added Mandalorian-esque Phase 1 clone eyepieces or eye cutouts, their visors. I don't know, you get what I mean. Also fun fact, his concept art directly influenced Ezra's Imperial Cadet helmet in Rebels, although Rebels is pretty much one giant Ralph McQuarrie painting anyway.
Why would the Republic want an outpost way out here? The chairman of Auto-Plutonium requested it, but why?
Do we ever get an answer to that question? I mean, the Rishi station from Rookies makes sense guarding Kamino and all that. Yeah, it helps the Republic having these random stations in the middle of nowhere to cover ground, but what's this guy's deal?
I suggest you wait here until we can secure the area.
This is sovereign Pantora territory.
I thought this planet was uninhabited.
I'm the one who asked the Senate to protect this planet. This wasteland belongs to us.
This is for the Senate to decide, not us.
But the Jedi report to the Senate.
Technically speaking, Master Jedi, the chairman is correct. Since the planet is uninhabited, the moon of Pantora reserves the right to continue as its protectorate.
Point taken, Senator.
Yeah, maybe for you. Holy hell, guys. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool to get some up-close and personal looks as to how the government really works and all that, but man, that was a long-ass 40 seconds. Oh god, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry! It's kind of cool to see the helmets in this context, though, like we did in The Mandalorian with the Imperial helmets, both of which have big don't fuck with us energy going on.
Must be separatists.
I am not sure.
Might we go inside, Master Anakin? R2 would like to get out of the cold. And my joints are freezing up.
They want a short circuit.
I know I mentioned Ralph's concept art already, but you better believe there's more of it. The original concept art for Hoth, in general, pretty much looked like all of this, rather than just being a really cold, rocky planet. It looked like it was pretty much made entirely of ice, or just like a huge surface of ice or whatever. The detail in some of the bunker designs on Hoth are just next level shit, man. Also, you see this random ass field of grass in this concept art right here? Well, keep it in mind. I promise, I won't forget to mention it.
Do you think the separatists are building a forward base to attack Pantora?
Hey, wait a minute, this really is Rishi Station. Ah, okay, fine. Maybe it's not exactly the same. I mean, even in universe, it would make sense that they'd be pretty much identical, at least design-wise. I like how this one clone is just getting to work, getting these dead bodies out of here and whatnot, and this other guy is kind of just standing here looking around for seemingly no reason.
I'd say whoever attacked our base took out the droids also.
Rex, help Anakin place the sensor beacons.
You hear that slight muffle when they're talking through the cloths? That's that subtle touch, baby. Mwah. Chef's kiss today, sound team. Also, I guess I should probably talk about these jackets. They pretty much are exactly the same as the one Han Solo wore in Empire. The way they decided to animate this little poof thing, though, looks kind of weird. Since it's all animated as one shape, it kind of just morphs and bends in the wind, and when you look at it for too long, it starts to look alive. That's how you know it's creepy as hell. Even Rex was like, oh shit. It is kind of weird that the droids would still be in this position, even after being decapitated, right? I mean, we see a bunch of droids get taken out that way, and they just kind of fall over. Do you think they took the time to put them back up like this after they raided the place?
I think I found something. Blast it.
Light speed, Death Stars, yet the good old hit the fucking thing a couple times comes in clutch, even in Star Wars.
685 to command. There are too many of them. They've overrun the base. We need reinforcements.
It's weird seeing the droids like this. Even with Jedi, sometimes they don't sound this terrified. What do you guys think they do in these situations normally? It's not like they're just thinking,
oh, this must be Republic too.
So are they programmed to engage in random combat outside of the war? Or are they just unable to comprehend what's happening right now?
Does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute.
Because that makes this kind of sad. I swear, the longer the series goes on, the more I'm starting to feel bad for the B-1s. You'll see what I mean later on.
What makes you so certain the Separatists are behind this attack?
Isn't this carnage proof enough?
There are no dead droids here. No blast marks. The clones' injuries were not consistent with what
So, you're an expert on war now, are you, Senator? I have led our people since before you were born. If it's not the Separatists out there, then it's a malevolent and aggressive enemy nonetheless, and I will not let whoever it is jeopardize the security of the people of Pantora.
God, fuck this guy, man. We want Baron Papanoida. We want Baron Papanoida. For those of you that are just like, what the fuck did this guy just say? He's a character George Lucas played for like 5 seconds in Revenge of the Sith, also of the same species.
I am willing to fight and die for my people. It's time to ask yourself if you are brave enough to do the same.
She's totally a senator. She's got to be hanging out with Padme a little too much to have a hairpiece like that. These little snow trails look really fucking cool. God, it's crazy how much the animation has improved already in the first season. Speaking of which, I love the way you can see their breath in the cold. Yeah, probably a small touch on the surface, but subconsciously, they do a fantastic job in this episode, portraying the sheer cold. The subtleties in their facial animations really help too, and are a notch above in this episode. I will say, there are a few scenes in the future, off the top of my head I can think of, that really do a good job at selling the cold vibe, but still, this is pretty good for season 1.
Bigfoot. He's out there.
Whoa! These guys I do really like for some reason. We see them again in the show, I think in the Zygeria arc, and maybe somewhere in the Trandoshan one, but they're called Talls. And the original one, like most things, comes from a random 2 seconds of A New Hope. God, the fucking significance of that movie, man, cannot go understated. I didn't know this, but I guess they're also native to Aslok 3 in the same sector of the galaxy. Which brings up some interesting questions regarding our good old friend Din Djarin.
Ask him about the job on Alzok 3.
I did what I had to.
Oh, but you liked it.
Oh, baby, who's a Mandalorian?
These things they ride on are called Narlax, and we're going to see them pop up every now and again in the show. I'll try and remember them when we get there. But does anyone remember seeing the concept art for the lost episodes of the Clone Wars before they came out? And they had the Tusken Raider drawings that Boba and Cad later encountered, but they had this one shaman-looking Tusken Raider, and he had this weird skull on. Is that what these skulls are? Because they pretty much look exactly the same. Oh, Jesus, that's definitely a Narlac pelt on his head, though. Can you guys imagine having a dog pelt hat on, just chilling with your dog like 30 feet away from you?
Too bad we didn't bring 3PO along.
Said no one ever. This little spear stab into the ground actually has some significance later on. I kind of forgot this was here. That's some nice foreshadowing.
Well, say something.
Just shut up.
If you look at these pillar things, you can actually see they're basically just designs of their heads, and at the very top it looks like one of those pelts from before up here too. I guess they must have sculpted these out of the ice. He's a pretty damn good artist too. So what is this exactly? Like, how is there wood here? Where could this primitive species actually find wood on this ice planet? Okay, yeah, in the last episode or whatever, I can write that one off. They're on a planet with wood at least. But this is what I meant earlier about that random grass concept art from Ralph. All those little tauntauns just chomping away down there, which in and of itself, I have questions. But there's got to be some underground oasis here too, I guess. Otherwise, I'm calling bullshit here, Dave, old boy.
We come to you in peace. We will not bring harm.
Hey, Obi-Wan, just shut up for a minute. Anakin immediately drawing here really shows that thinking outside the box isn't always Obi-Wan's strong suit. Aw, see, guys, I like these things. Also, not only is Anakin laughing here, but you can actually see these guys in the back kind of laughing too. I get some major Hoth vibes with this scene too.
Glad you made it back, sir. It's getting nasty out there.
It seems we've stumbled onto an inhabited planet.
Our explorers have spent much time here over the long history of Pantora.
If that's the case, did you guys not know the Separatists were here? Or did you? What were they doing here anyway? And did the clones know they were here? I have way too many questions.
They're trespassers.
These creatures, the Talls, aren't advanced enough to master space travel.
Hang on, how does Obi-Wan even know their names yet?
They belong to us. This whole system belongs to us.
If there are life forms here, then the Senate must decide jurisdiction.
They've slaughtered your troops.
They only want to be left alone.
They're dangerous. Captain Rex, prepare your troops for battle.
Hey, he can't do that. Can he do that? God, I fucking hate this guy.
They want peace.
So did I, Obi-Wan, until I noticed that yours and Anakin's jacket are exactly the same asset, down to the paint strokes, just different colors. And now I want war!
But your majesty...
No, it is obvious these creatures are not covered by the Convention of Civilized Systems.
Boy, that sure sounds important. Too bad no one ever says what it is. But hey guys, my name's Overanalyzing Star Wars. So apparently it was basically a bill that the Republic put into effect to figure out whether or not a species was sentient sentient enough to have rights. Kind of like how monkeys here on Earth really toe the line of like, can we arrest these fuckers or not? The thing is, if the Jedi weren't here for all of this, they probably would have just slaughtered all of them under this pretense that they're not sentient beings and just barbaric, rather than this false notion of a war.
If the Jedi are able to communicate with them, their status is in doubt.
Do you stand against your chairman, Senator?
Of course not, Your Majesty.
If we are going to meet with Tai Sen and his council at the arranged time, we will have to leave now.
Wait, and you know his name? And to top it off, you're telling me you guys discussed a time? That must have been one hell of a game of Pictionary.
No matter what the chairman thinks, we're not going to war.
Do we ever see these ships again? They're kind of cool looking.
Put your men on that ice ridge. We will attack as soon as the savages arrive.
Stop telling Rex what to do, you
There will be no attack, Chairman.
This planet is under my jurisdiction.
Nothing is under your control, Chairman. The Tals are already here, Your Highness.
We have returned.
Kapuka ping chiki ba.
These savages have no rights here.
Alright, fuck, dude. You literally just witnessed they speak an actual language programmed into a protocol droid, and you still think they're just barbarians?
He wishes to be good neighbors, but he does not wish you to remain on his planet.
Translate everything I say, and exactly as I say it. This world belongs to the moon of Pantora. You will not command me to leave this planet or do anything else.
I recommend a less confrontational discussion. The Tals are easily provoked.
Hang on, are those little buttons supposed to look like Star Destroyers?
The great Tai Sen, son of suns, asks again that you leave or it will mean war.
The Son of Suns? That's badass. Apparently it's Son of Suns, like Space Sun? Space Suns.
Then war it is.
Wa Kichi.
Mount up and follow me.
What's up, General?
Do we ever hear any clones say, "What's up?" ever again? Even Rex is like, guys, what the fuck is going on here, and who do I report to now?
You know a preemptive strike is illegal. Isn't there anything you can do to stop him?
He has proclaimed this conflict an internal affair.
You could petition the Jedi Council for an intervention.
Without his authorization?
There must be someone on your moon who could approve it.
The Speaker of the Assembly.
Ah, yes, of course, guys, the Assembly!
There they are. Fire when you're in range.
We're only here to protect you. Ambush!
It's a trap! It's a trap!
Man, I hate when scary creatures or whatever get shot and sound like a little puppy. He was just being a good boy.
Chairman, get down!
Wait, that's gotta be D. Bradley Baker too, isn't it? Of course it is. Oh wait, no, that's this guy. That figures, man. I don't know how D can make all these random ass monster noises, but pretty much any monster noise you've ever heard in a cartoon is probably D. Bradley Baker.
First squad, cover the retreat!
We can't retreat from these animals! Savages!
Damn, dude got knocked the fuck out over there. Is this guy made out of straight jelly, or is Rex just the ultimate Chad over here?
The actions of Chairman Cho are out of order. You are given the authority to negotiate a peaceful settlement between the sovereign planet of Pantora and the Tals.
How do you plan on making peace with the Tals?
I was hoping you could negotiate on Pantora's behalf.
I'm afraid that's not possible, Senator.
The Jedi serve the Senate. I must order you to...
Senator, it is your people the Tals are at war with. If the violence is to stop, it is you who must represent your people.
This episode has a good way of showing how the Jedi probably were before the war and all the politics that they have to take into account to get the job done. Obi-Wan just straight up says no. She has to get herself out of it, which reminds me a lot of Padme on Naboo in The Phantom Menace. Honestly, this is how the Jedi should just always operate. No, not Django number 15,500 million. I love how Rex just gives zero fucks here like a boss.
You must avenge me. I order you to destroy the Tals.
The Pantoran Assembly has called you out of order. I am to negotiate peace.
Impossible. Never. I died for our people.
Yeah, well, no one really asked you to. This is actually kind of sad when you think that this is the last news he's gonna hear right before he dies.
Protocol droid, come with me.
Get going.
Yes, Master Anning.
Oh, goddamn, I wasn't ready for that one.
To die for one's people is a great sacrifice. To live for one's people, an even greater sacrifice. I choose to live for my people. What do you choose?
So Mu Chalacho. He chooses to live as well.
We will leave Auto Plutonia under the watchful eyes of the Tals as a free and equal people.
Oh, what? So now you can understand basic? On another note, I can't stress how cool the snow effect looks for season 1. There's probably a few layers of snow falling at different speeds and whatnot, but it comes together to make a pretty turbulent feeling environment. Only as soon as they decide on peace and she gives her little speech and the music becomes all peaceful, you can see the snow actually steadily slow down and the wind stop blowing as hard. Subtle stuff like that, man, is what I'm here for, baby.
Well done, Senator.
Yes. Most impressive.
Hey, wait, he said the thing!
Most impressive.
Remember one crucial thing.
Yes, Master Kenobi?
Make it last, Senator. And be an example to others. So not only this war, but every war waged may come to an end as well.
You know what? This brings up a question I have. Why the hell wasn't Orn Free-Ta the one to go to Toydaria? Was it just because Bale is Rico Suave of the Senate? If that's the case, you should have sent him here too. Tell you what. That hat waving around in the wind was a nice touch. Hey, wait a second. Was that the Battle of Christophsis theme I just heard? Oh yeah, damn, it's like exactly the same almost. That's kind of weird. This is one of those episodes that just kind of feels like a random one to fill in the space. I think animation-wise, yeah, it was kind of a leap forward, but I do enjoy the role the Jedi play in this one. The Clone Wars overall benefits from having these little random episodes show you different sides of the Jedi that over time accumulate to changing how they were originally portrayed in the prequels.
Patron shoutouts!
Taylor Lynn, who got hired by Jango Fett for a random mission to gather up some deadly slugs for some assassination attempt or something. Mr. Schnuffle, one of the last remaining members of the Imperial Senate to use the Imperial restroom before never being flushed again. Marcus Fleischer, the first person to invent boxes with circles on the front, only to have the wrath of Dave Filoni thrust upon them in the editing room at Lucasfilm. Infrence Crumb, who made a living by selling death sticks at random bars until a certain Jedi wiped their minds, cutting off their only source of income and actually dying shortly after as a result. Never considered that one, did you? Drakmir, the person responsible for training all the stormtroopers in firearms, also the person with the shortest Imperial career. David, who fought their way through the jungles of Dagobah just to try whatever the hell soup Yoda spent 20 years making. More huge shoutouts to my Jedi Knights, Graphite, Brandon Esposito, Korchin, Neforax, Celsus Volpace, and Taco Llama. So we actually get to skip the next episode in Season 1, so that's pretty fun. I can't wait to get to Season 2, man. I can't believe we've come as far as we have. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll see you next time.